let me just make sure I have everything in here. Got standard, we got militants, and we got my operation. Okay. Don't want to make these mistakes again. Okay, so welcome again, everybody, to another day of The Road to Defeat Ronan. I suppose the full title is Asgard versus the Universe, The Road to Defeat Ronan, where we are just playing as many games as possible. And this is the first installment that is post-Con of Heroes. It has actually been a little while since Con of Heroes, so do not think that this is like the Monday or Tuesday after and that it's taken me this long. It's just, this is not the most pressing video series, but I know that eventually I will reach the end and then I'll be able to put it out in like just a big day-to-day chunk. But here we are playing against Ronan. He's got the universal weapon. We've got the power stone. We got the Milano. We've got the Kree command ship. I need to go get my threat tokens. And with the power of editing, it's like I was never gone. Okay, so here we are. We've got Odin's son, Thor. At this point, if you have not watched the series, if you're just jumping into it at this point, I don't know why, but thank you, and regardless of for watching. And here we go. We're going up against Ronan, and I have built a new Justice deck using some of the cards from Black Panther, from Shuri, and hopefully it's going to work out. My goal is to try to recruit one of the Kree militants to my side, preferably maybe the one with guard. We'll see how this goes. We're going to try to use the empathy side scheme. Okay, so, and there we go, right there. Okay. All right. So first of all, we're going to definitely ditch Mjolnir because we can just call it back to our hand. I know I'm going to keep Show of Empathy. So the question is, do I want Overwatch, which can... Oh, this can go into any scheme. I don't know why I thought it was different. And we do plan to hit up this, so maybe we do want Overwatch. Sting Operation? This is the Miser's copy. So I do feel weird discarding it, but at the same time, we kind of want to get on the road here. I do have this. I do need to remember that this is just like... On the first turn, this is going to be a extra resource. So we do have a little bit of a chance here. And I do think I'm going to get rid of the universal weapon right away. I think these three cards are what we're going to go with. We're going to just... It might come back to bite me, but I plan to recruit a Kree militant, not just get rid of it with Sting Operation. Need to focus up. So here's my plan. We'll have two mystery cards here, but my plan is to get this out and ready, and maybe we'll even put Overwatch onto it. Ooh, okay, actually, is that a good strategy? Okay, so infiltration. Oh, actually, yes. All of this is... Sorry, I'm all over the board here. So infiltration is going to be nice because I'm going to pick 5 after I get Show of Empathy out. Oh, wait, okay. When the threat would be removed from the scheme. Okay, so maybe this is going to work backwards because the threat's going to get removed, then the minion would come into play. I think this is a good card, and I think that this is going to be helpful for Thor because he wants minions to come into play. We still have 2 mystery cards, but either way, even if I do infiltration to just get that down, this at all is going to be really helpful. So I'm not going to... We have 3 copies. I'm not going to just let one slip through my fingers. Let's see what else we have going here. So, yep. So let's finish the mulligan. Another. Face the past. Okay, so that does change things a little bit. We may be going to get Loki and recruiting Loki. That might be exactly what I want to do here. He has 4 health, and let me just remind myself what Redemption does. Gain control, redeemed... with blank text box, as Thor becomes its scheme, it takes 1 consequential damage. Okay, yep. All right, so that might be the full flavor win right here. Okay, so let's start our turn off. We're going to grab Mjolnir. We know where it is this time. And you know what? Let's burn out. It's either going to be in a glorious display, or we're going to just flame out. This is going to be a super short episode. So let's put out Mjolnir. Actually, let's give ourselves as much advantage as we can. So we're going to flip over. We're going to play... Okay, wait. So search the encounter deck and discard pile for your nemesis minion, reveal it, ready your... Okay, so what we should do is attack for 3. Get down to 11, so we should take the extra ready. Then we're going to take 2 damage to get rid of the universal weapon. I've learned my lesson. Just get rid of the universal weapon immediately so that he does not have stalwart. And yeah. And hopefully we just don't see the universal weapon again anytime soon. Alright. Let's just hope we don't top deck. Oh, sorry. He lost his toughness, so actually he's at 14. He just broke the tough. My bad. Okay, so then we've done that. Oh, I just wanted to do that. Okay, so that when I face the past, I go and grab Loki. Put Loki into play. Okay, so then ready and draw 3 cards. We'll just pull these back out when we need to. This scenario takes up enough space. All right, so we're going to draw 2 cards off the have at the ability. Then we're going to draw 3 cards off of Face the Past. This is actually really stellar. Are we ready? Back up. Okay. Now let's evaluate this hand real quick. I actually think this was stupid. I should just make this something else because I don't think I have aerial cards that need 2 resources. This is just an area resource. Let me think here. Okay, so then let me just think through my turn. So we're gonna do Show of Empathy. Actually, we can thwart and yaw and roll. We don't even need this. Just hypothetically. Under surveillance, that could get out Ironheart. I like all these cards, but I would say end the turn with Infiltration. Okay, so let's play out Show of Empathy. Put the 6th threat onto it. This is all very hypothetical and just where we're at. Okay, so then thwart this down. We move this scheme. Place that threat on here. Okay, then in response, actually, I did the math incorrectly. Okay, let's just rewind a little bit because what we want to do is we want to put down Ironheart. Draw a card. Okay. Alright. Then thwart, move this over. Then yaw and roll. To remove 3 more threat. This goes down to 2. I don't think that matters. Goes down to 2. He's got 4 on him now. At which point, if the minion has threat equal to or greater than its remaining hit points, add Show of Empathy to the victory display and attach 1 copy of Redemption. Alright, so we have officially convinced our brother to join us side by side in this war. So he is just a 2/2. Then we will put Under Surveillance onto the main scheme. So now we are looking at a target of 11 threat. Which is hopefully going to make this game a lot smoother. I cannot attack... well, he's already exhausted, isn't he? You cannot attack the villain. This is removed from the game. That is absolutely fine. We've done what we set out to do. Alright. This is still the first turn. Wow. Okay. I don't normally have first turns that last this long. Hit him for 1. Goes down to 13. Loki will attack for... Does he want to attack or does he want to move threat? Let's have him attack. Down to 11. Gets 1 consequential damage. At this point, the threat doesn't matter. We're not going to worry about that. Okay. Then, at that point, I think we're just ready to ready back up. 2, 3. All right. So then when he activates against you, give him an additional boost card if you have Power Stone. So he's going to get an additional boost card. That's fine. When a hero or villain deals damage to the attached character. Okay, so we're going to avoid that because we are going to be throwing Ironheart in front. But add the threat. Goes to attack. We're going to block with Ironheart. And we've got this attack gains overkill. This attack gains overkill. So it goes up from 2 to 4. And that is just enough for the 1 damage that's prevented by Ironheart for me to take 3 damage and for the Power Stone to shift. So I go down to 9. Well, you know what we get? We burned through 2 copies of the boost icon for give overkill, so that might be really good for us. Then we're gonna get 2 encounter cards, and we can reveal a treachery, spend a resource, and exhaust the Milano to cancel a unrevealed effect. So we've got Single-Minded Fury. When revealed, Ronan the Accuser attacks the player who controls the Power Stone. Even if no attack was made this way, this card gains Surge. It seems silly to prevent that when we could prevent the next card, which is a minion. Okay, that's fine. Draw our 2 cards. Our 2 cards are Jessica Jones and Interrogation Room. Actually, that's not so bad. Okay. All right, and then we get patrol on here. Where's my patrol? And then my other encounter card is Cannonade. Well, I'm pulling Jessica Jones, so it's not the worst thing. So 4 threat. So I can exhaust the Milano to remove threat from either of those 2, but I can't touch the main scheme until I get rid of this. I don't really have an answer for that, though. You cannot thwart the main scheme. This isn't thwarting the main scheme. Remove an equal amount of threat from a different scheme. So if I put Overwatch here, I could just do that. Let me think here. So, do I foresee myself taking out the Kree Commando this turn? I have a base attack of 3. I have nothing to boost that up. It'd be great if I could use the Interrogation Room. Let me just think this over. Alright, so I looked into it a little bit just to try to make the fairest assessment as I could. I am going, based on the rulings and the definition of thwart, I think this is kosher. I'm going to put Overwatch onto Cannonade. And I believe that because this does not say thwart on it, for the threat being removed from here, that gets around patrol. If I am wrong, that's just how I'm going to play it, and I will find out if that's an incorrect ruling at some point in the future. But I looked in multiple places just to try to figure out how this rules interaction works, and there was nothing that explicitly said how Overwatch and patrol overlapped, but also the definition of thwart would lead me to believe that because it does not say thwart on it, make an equal thwart against another scheme. We're just going to go with it. So we're going to infiltrate, picking 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so we remove 4 threat from a scheme. We will then have Overwatch go off and remove an equal amount of threat. So we just clear out all the side schemes. I'm just going to get rid of Cannonade. Then we get the put 1 minion discarded this way into play engage with you. So we get the Kree Private, which does have Quick Strike, and I will take the 2 damage, go down to 7. But then I will have at thee, because this is a different phase. 1, 2. Alright, we are going to be really good at keeping the main scheme down. I'm a little concerned that we're so good at getting threat away that we're not going to actually be able to deal damage here. Quick Strike. Boy, oh boy. This would be a hand where I could really go for a Lightning Strike. That would actually be very good. Okay, so what we're going to do is... I feel like we want to do a 1-2 punch, just get rid of one of the Kree. And not worry about hitting Ronan at this point. Obviously, Ronan is a threat, but I think we're going to end up in Alter Ego for this turn. So let's do 3, 2, take out the Kree Private. Then we will drop Informant, which when a minion schemes, we can discard Informant. That activation removes threat instead of placing it. Then we're going to switch down to Alter Ego. Do I want to do that? I tell you what, I would really love... I cannot tell you how much I would love Lightning Strike right now. This is a great hand for Lightning Strike. But I think what I need to do is just 1, 2, 3 for Jessica Jones. There's going to be a lot of side schemes here. And then we're going to use the Milano to pay for Interrogation Room. We're maximizing everything we're doing. We're going to end in Alter Ego. Do I want to do anything with Jessica Jones? I suppose it wouldn't be the worst thing to put 2 damage here. That would really enable me to get rid of the Commando easier next turn. Although I would like to spend the rest of my time, I'd like Jessica Jones to be thwarting for 2 or 3 if anything else. I don't want to put more damage on her. I'd like her to just be a super thwarter. Either that or when we get close to ending our deck, we can let her go so that we can try to draw her again. But I think right now we just need to try to let her be the super thwarter if that comes across, or if that is a possibility. 5, the Raft, love to see it. Okay, so Lightning Strike, but the thing is, it's last card, so I wouldn't have gotten to Lightning Strike anytime soon if I hadn't cleared out my hand. Alright, so this is going to be helpful. I'd kind of like to have both of these if possible, but this hand is actually pretty juicy. This is going to offset the threat that's going to probably be added. Generate. The Raft is going to be good too. Oh, the Raft also removes threat. Okay, yeah, so high hopes. High hopes for this turn. Put 2 here. Then Ronan schemes for a base of 3. 4, 5. Woof. 7 of 11. Then the Kree Commando goes to scheme. And I think I will have him remove threat instead. So we go back down to 6. Then we get our 2 encounter cards. This is a first player interrupt, so I can be an Alter Ego. Shadow of the Past. Let's see how this... Okay, let's reveal the Nemesis minion. We already did that. Put it in play, engage with you. Set aside Nemesis. Shuffle the rest of the set aside. If the Nemesis does not play this way, this card gains Surge. I don't want to have to deal with my side scheme, so I am going to exhaust the Milano and spend Lightning Strike to just cancel the 1 reveal effect. We won't worry about the Surge. We don't have to deal with the side scheme. We don't have to shuffle everything else in. I think that's probably the best case scenario for using the Milano and the Kree command ship. Then other card is Fanaticism. So it comes into play with 2 Fury counters on it. When Ronan the Accuser attacks you, that attack gains Overkill and Piercing. At the end of the attack, remove a Fury counter. Okay. All good. All good. Alright, so going into our turn, didn't draw a side scheme. That's a little unfortunate. But what we're going to do is I should heal up, go up to 11. Then, oh, I suppose, okay, that turns off Yaw and Roll. We just have to go with it. I need the health, and I'd love to put some damage onto Ronan, though, so that he's not attacking me for like 5. Yeah, I think my best laid plans are my best laid plans, but I think the better thing to do here is to get out the Raft and then go 2 and 2 to take out the Kree Commando. This goes up. Loki's only got 1 more damage left on him. Now I might want to hold on to him until the deck's about to shuffle, but that might never happen at this point. Loki might just be in the discard pile for the remainder of the game. All right, so we've defeated the Kree Commando. We're going to exhaust this to remove a threat. And then the Kree Commando is going to go under the raft, and you're going to tuck it under. Remove threat from the main from a scheme equal to the tucked scheme. Okay, so this goes down to 4. Yeah, this is probably going to be great. All right, then this is just where we're at, and yeah, I have a feeling that I'm just going to be. Oh, but they gained overkill and piercing, so it's almost not even worth it. Okay, well, we'll see where we're at. We'll see where we're at. Both of my allies are kind of just dead in the water here. Do I still care about this? Don't. I want to see more cards. 1, 2. Okay. Feeling good. Okay, so 2 goes to 6 of 11, and he goes to attack me at a base of 4. I'm at 11. I think we just have to burn through fanaticism here. Just let him attack me, and then just make for a big serve it back. Oh, fanaticism had surge. I'm sorry, I didn't even notice that. I guess that's this card. Okay. So I was in Alter Ego when this happened, so if you do not, the villain schemes. Okay, so villain schemes for 3. Bring me up to 9. Okay. All right, all the better reason to be on this side. Okay, so happy we caught that. Maybe not the exact way I'd like to catch it, but happy we caught that. Okay, so now he's attacking me for a base of 4, 5, 6. Surge doesn't matter this time. Go down to 5. Ugh. And then 2 encounter cards. So gain surge regardless. Physiology. Give Ronan, the accuser, a tough status. If he already has tough status, take 1 damage. Surge into pincer maneuver, hinder, so it goes up to 5. And the other card is Hull Breach, so I will just exhaust the Milano. Okay, that's a turn, isn't it? Okay. So my thought of doing the hammer throw is still valid. I can get the Power Stone back. But if I want to make a super thwart, well, first of all, I don't need to. We have another phase we have another main scheme to go through. So it's not like I should just say we need to handle this now. I'd like to not have to do that though. So this will just thread out with this. I am going to. Oh, this loses one of these. So okay, so this will go up to 13, which means that if I'm an alter ego, he's gonna scheme, I guess, for 2, because my hope is that I have the Power Stone by the time my turn starts. Is that something I'm worried about? Do I have any other way of removing the threat? I don't have Fender of the Nine Realms or anything either. So let's do this. Let's have Loki break the tough. Loki will go to the discard pile. This will go to the victory display. Then we will hammer throw. Return enemy element to my hand, dealing 8 to him, putting him down to 3. and moving the Power Stone over to me. Then I could send him into his next stage, and then if I send him into his next stage, this can't still be here, or it needs to be down. So what I think I will do is I'll be thwarting for 2. Is that really enough? I think it has to be. Thwart for 2. Jessica goes away. I don't remember how much his scheme is on the other side. And I don't remember how much... Like, I don't want to just spoil myself with being like, well, let's look what the next main scheme is. But I do think that what we need to do is we just need to be ready to just win ASAP. So we take him down, bring him to 0. He goes to his next stage. Stage 3 doesn't even need to be. I'm not that kind of a masochist. Okay, go to stage 2. He gets it tough. He gets 18 health. Flip down to Ultra Ego. Okay, his scheme is only 2. When revealed, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a copy of Cut the Power side scheme. Yeah, I should have thought about that. That would have meant that Jessica was scheming for, or thwarting for a little bit more. The universal weapon was next. Cut the Power. There we go. So I could have had Jessica just cut the power completely. At this point, I think we're just kind of in a race anyway. Lesson learned. For as many times as I've played Ronan, I don't necessarily think about every single interaction here. So then we're in Ultra Ego form. My hope is that we get a minion that I can defeat. Okay, so actually that's a good question. If we get a minion that we can defeat, we can obviously use Interrogation Room. The Raft will remove some threat from somewhere. These minions don't have a lot of scheme, though. So we might actually be looking more to just, like, have Thor... What we might be looking for, and I don't even know if this really exists in the deck. I think we're looking for... I'm actually going to drop this, because I can just pick it back up with Odin's ability. I think what we're looking for here is we need an ally, so that we have someone to block with, even though Fanaticism is going to be a pain. And we need just a super thwarty setup, like Overwatch. Do I even have another Overwatch in the deck? One. Okay, so I have an Overwatch in the deck, and I know I have another copy of one way or another. So we might be able to get the card card quantity we need to make this into a good turn. We could very well be going into the last turn of the game here. This is actually a very dangerous setup. Oh gosh. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So one way or another. Okay. So what I'm thinking right now is, one way or another, to draw 3 additional cards. We do have the ability to play out Lady Sif. We are going to be on the back foot here. I just know it. Okay, so we move into the villain phase. The threat goes up by more than enough to push us into the next stage. At this point, oh no, that stays. I wish that went away. At this point, this goes away, and I believe Under Surveillance goes away. We're going to grim roll that part. I'm not going to slow down the game for that. If that's not the case, then whatever. Then Under Surveillance is a far superior card than I thought it was. When revealed, attach the Power Stone to Ronan. If it's already attached, give him a face down boost card. Okay, so we're avoiding a face down boost card. I think that's probably worth it. That is a little rough, just because we're now in a position where he's going to be very tough to get a handle on. We get 1, So 2 copies of Under Surveillance for this might not be the worst tech. While the Power Stone is attached to Ronan the Accuser, threat cannot be removed from this scheme if this is complete. All right, so we are on a race to 10. Now he goes to scheme for a base of 3. Oh boy. Just 3. That's... Oh boy. Okay, so it goes up to 4. 4 of 10. And... yeah, we might... Okay, we gotta get through 18 damage. And then my encounter cards are... these 2. First one up is... you are accused. Ronan schemes with +1 scheme. Even grabbing another side scheme seems really stupid right now, but okay, we're just gonna cancel that. Ronan the Accuser attacks the player even if they're in alter ego form. Oh no, we don't have the Power Stone. Thank you. If no attack was, then this card gains search. Okay, just can't win. Gang up. Okay, the villain and each minion engaged with you attacks. So I'm pretty sure that I'm dead here because I'm at 5. He's attacking at a base of 5. So, no. Attacks me for 8. Yeah, I learned some lessons. I think I know how I will handle this differently. I think Justice might be the place. This just wasn't the exact showing. We kind of got a little drawn into redeeming Loki on the first turn, and I think that might have skewed us a little bit. I don't know if a redeemed Loki coming in later in the game would have been better or worse, but who knows. Fun game. We'll see you all tomorrow, and thanks for your time.